This is continuing on with section 2.5. I just have done 2 examples. I'm ready for example number 3. Going through the steps once again, I'm going to highlight the variable I'm trying to get by itself, which in this case it says solve for W. I'm going to look on the side that I have highlighted, and I'm going to determine what operations are being used. There's a subtraction and there is a division. We're going to talk about how to undo those. You undo those 2. You undo subtraction by addition, and you undo the division by multiplication. Which one makes sense to do first? Well, you can try to undo the subtraction first, and you would add 10e to both sides. That's not going to be possible with this m being down there in the bottom. So the best thing to do is to go ahead and get rid of the division part first. As you guys know, I like to make things look like proportions, and I like to cross multiply. So, or you can simply say you're going to times by m on both sides. M times s is sm, and then 1 times w minus 10e is w minus 10e. This w continues to be in the same spot. I've taken care of the division part, so now I'm going to take care of the subtraction. I can do that by adding the 10e to both sides. I'll go ahead and draw that line down the equal sign so it separates the right hand and left hand side. I then end up with my final answer of w equals, these are not like terms, so all I can do is write them together, sm plus 10e. Continuing on, I'm going to look at this formula for a triangle. The area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. It asks me to solve for h, so I will highlight h as the part that I'm trying to get by itself. Again, this has fractions in it, and as you know, I don't care for the fractions, so what we're going to do is eliminate those fractions, and we're going to multiply each term by the least common denominator of 2. Again, a term is separated by a plus, minus, or equal sign. There are only 2 terms because there are no plus or minus signs on this problem. If I multiply a times 2, I get 2a. I multiplied by 2. And if I multiply 1/2 times 2, I get a 1. So these end up canceling, and I'm left with just BH. That does simplify the problem quite a bit, because all I have now to get the h by itself is one operation. There is a multiplication that takes place, and the way I undo the multiplication is by doing division. So what I will do is I will divide by b on both sides. That allows me to get h by itself, and my final answer then will be 2a all over b. The next example is a pretty simple example, but I will go ahead and go through it. It says to solve for m. I will highlight my m. On the left-hand side is where I'm looking to get m by itself. There is only one operation. That operation is subtraction. The way I undo a subtraction is by adding to both sides. What am I adding to both sides? Well, I want to get rid of the minus n, so I will add n to both sides. A common error that occurs is people want to write 5n. This says 5 times n, not 5 plus n. Very important to remember to put that plus sign between the 5 and the n. And I have a few more examples that I'll continue on.